the 2022 Remington Trophy Award for the best centre in college football.
And a superb guy with high upside. A lot of his coaches raved about his intelligence and his communication and the sort of thing. If you want one guy on the line to be intelligent, it's definitely a centre.
Well, we double dipped in round 5. Michigan again. This time, centre Olu Oluwatimi, or as we will prefer to call him, Olu Olu.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Looks like the Seahawks have kept it simple. For you, Pez, yes, in mind as well. Because the Seahawks have picked a steal in round 5, in my opinion. You didn't get John Michael Schmitz, but you also, with the value that we've got in the draft, you didn't need to get John Michael Schmitz because you've potentially got a centre who's just about as good as John Michael Schmitz was anyway. The 2022 Remington Trophy Award for the best centre in college football. No sacks allowed at all last season at Michigan. I'll give my quick draft grade here so we don't have to spend time at the end doing it. For me, for where we've got him, for how good he could be, I think this is our centre of the future in the 5th round. Therefore, for me, it is an A+. Pez, do you want to have a little go on it?
An A. I talked about him in the O-line, like everyone knows who listens. I'm not an O-line guy. Just read some stuff about him because I like Michigan. So I saw it. I was like, all right, okay, let's give a read. And he's a big boy.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Oh, he's a big boy. Love it. And because I called it and I mentioned him, I'm going to give him an A just because of that. But I do think, like you said, he's the centre of the future. They're hedging because they're training camp planners. He comes in. They've already spoke about him, saying he's a leader. He has all the attributes, everything they want as a leader, this, that, and the other. They are praying he comes in and nails the centre job. So then they don't have the thing where they can push Brown out into a guard spot. They can have Bradford develop, and they don't need to worry about guard. That I think they are gambling that he is the key to come in at centre so they can move. Is it Evan Brown? Yeah. Evan Brown out onto guard, and that is their O-line solved, done, sealed. So
I'd be happy with that if that is the plan. Josh, your thoughts on this one?
I like it. I think it's great future proofing. I think, like I said earlier, Brown's been brought in as that starting centre. And that's where he's graded highest. That's where he's had the most success. That's for listeners, that was not me growling. I think this is going to be Olu who's going to be learning behind him. We know he's a fantastic centre. He's an award-winning centre at the college level. I'm excited about this one. I give it purely for future planning. I give it another A because if Evan Brown doesn't pan out, Olu's going to step in and just get better.
Love it, Mitch.
It's about as A as an A gets for me. It is very good value and a superb guy with high upside. A lot of his coaches raved about his intelligence and his communication and the sort of thing. If you want one guy on the line to be intelligent, it's definitely a centre, right? And he displays some really good technique and some very poor technique, snap to snap. So I think there is some room there for him to rotate and learn throughout the year and improve. But I really wouldn't be surprised to see him given a lot more snaps than some people would think. He's a very, very good player. Also, you mentioned his awards there, but he was also first team consensus All-American as well. So he was voted by peers as the top centre of the country last year, as well as getting his trophy for it and best O-lineman with one of those trophies as well. So very highly regarded by his peers.
Yeah, really good steal there for the Seahawks.